Hello and welcome to part 13 of this web design tutorial for teens. In this part, we'll be covering more about the tools that you can have by using Bootstrap. So the first thing that we're going to do is delete all of our A tags and then save. And then if we open this up inside our file explorer, we can just check to see if everything's okay. Now if you refresh, good. So all we have right now is a nav, but Bootstrap can give us a lot more. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into Bootstrap. So get bootstrap.com. And then we'll go into the documentation. And then we'll click layout. Or, I'm sorry, first we click content. And then we can search and then type button. Because Bootstrap can also give us buttons that we can use when we program in HTML. So as you can see, there are different types of buttons that you can classify by using a class name. By using the first thing that you're going to do is type btn so that it knows that it's a button, and then you'll type the type of button that it is or the color. So btn primary will give you a blue color, btn secondary will give you a gray color, and then btn success will give you a green color because success is green, and then danger is red, and then warning is yellow, info is a light turquoise, and light is obviously gray, and dark is black. So, and then there are also links that you can type by using btn link, but we can use the a tag. So the first thing that we're going to do is try out a button. Okay, so we'll go back into our HTML page, and then we'll use the button tag, and then we'll give it a class name of btn and then btn primary just like before, and then we'll give it some text. Click me. Now if we click save and then go back into our page and then refresh, we can see that there's a button that says click me. So another thing that we can do is actually you don't need the btn tag if you want to make it into a button. You can essentially do any type of container tag. So if we replace this with the div tag and then save and then refresh, nothing changes because the Bootstrap accepts any type of tag. Any type of tag as long as the class name is a btn. So this is how we use the btns, but buttons. So another thing that we can do in Bootstrap is use the we can use the carousel the carousel property. So carousel is they're just like sliders around that you can put on your page. So let's say we can say that if we have a restaurant site, we can make slides that show what our restaurant is about. So we can just copy all of this code because it's really too long and I don't want to stretch out the class. We can take this code and then put it under the nav and above the button, and then if we click save and then refresh our page, we can see that the carousel is there, but we don't have any images, of course. So first let me explain what the code is. So carousel inner means this is the inside of the carousel, and then each of these divs inside of the carousel inner div stand for a slide. So carousel item, and then carousel item tells the carousel that this is an item of the carousel, and then active means that this is going to be the first slide that'll come, first carousel that'll come, and then after that it will go in order from div 1 in order of your ordering of the div. And then it'll also have an image inside of it. So the reason that there's an image is because that's the image that we're going to display on our carousel slide. So we can replace this with our image of a dog that we had in the previous episode. So we'll just type the location of it. And then if we click save and then refresh our page over here, we can see that there's a Labrador image as a slide. And now if we just wait a bit for the slide to go to the next slide in the carousel, we'll see that it will be empty. You just wait a minute. Okay, it's not going to, it's going to take a few, it looks like it's going to take a pretty long time, so. But this is what will happen when we use that. When we use the image inside of a carousel. So the next thing that we can do is type text inside of our carousel. So if it's a restaurant site, we can say, welcome to my restaurant. Then if we click save and then refresh our page, we can see that there's text that says welcome to my restaurant. Another thing that we can do inside of Bootstrap is use cards. So cards are just, it's probably easier for me to show you. Cards are just little cards of info that you can put inside of a box. They're supposed to look clean and easy to read, and they're usually used for like reminders or widgets on a page. So this is an example of a card with an image as at the top, the card title, and then some text inside of it, and a button. So the first thing that we can see inside of the code here is that the div has a class of card, so that the Bootstrap CSS knows to style it as a card. Then it has a width of 18 rem. And then we'll go into rem in the next episode. It has a width of 18 rem. It has an image at the top, so the image is an image. So the header is an image. And then the body of the card, the inside, and then the inside of the card, the body, is a card, has a card title. So as you can see here, the card title is here. And then it has card text over here, which is smaller because it's in a P tag, and this one wasn't an H5 tag. And then it has an A link, which doesn't go anywhere because it's just a hashtag, so there's really nothing you can do. So if we click it, nothing will happen. So thank you for watching. This has been part 13 of this web design tutorial for teens. In the next episode, we'll begin going in depth we'll begin learning JavaScript.